Okay, heading home. I was talking with some colleagues today about art and my appreciation of art. I have been interested in drawing since I was a little kid. My mother has a collection of some of my artwork from when I was in elementary school. And of course, she thinks that I was the most talented artist in my class. But she's my mother. But throughout the years, I have tried to learn different techniques about drawing and about painting. And I have even tried sculpting at one point. Several years ago, a friend of mine gave me an old set of oil paint tubes that she was going to throw away, and a couple of brushes and a couple of canvases, encouraging me to paint. And so I started to experiment with different techniques in different styles and just learning how to mix the paints. But I was not very good at it. A couple of years later, another friend of mine asked me if I would be interested in taking some art lessons from him. And so I did. We got together a few times during the summer, and he taught me some of the techniques that he used. And of course, both of these friends of mine were excellent painters. But again, I wasn't very good at it. But I kept practicing. And over the years, I've learned a few things, mostly through books. Some of my paintings I felt were good enough to put up in some art exhibits in our local museums. A couple of them got pretty good reviews. I have a friend, Gabriel, who's an excellent artist, and he does a lot of painting, and he usually encourages me to do more painting. A few years ago, he even interviewed me for an art blog that he has. I received a lot of positive comments about that interview. When my children were small, we would take them to every art exhibit that would open in town. I always joked that the reason that we would go to opening nights was because of the free wine and cheese. But actually, we would go because I wanted for them to develop an appreciation of art as well. And I think they have. Whenever we travel, we would always take them to museums. You can imagine how excited I was when we got to take them to the National Art Gallery in Washington. I gave them a long lecture about how to be respectful of the art and how not to touch the art, no matter how interesting they found it. Well, at one point we got separated. My wife went in one direction, my kids went in another, and I got left by myself, and I came up to this sculpture that was just so intriguing to me. As I admired it, I got closer and closer to it, and I was so close and it was so beautiful that I just had to touch it. Well, within a few seconds there was a security guard there reminding me, "Sir, do not touch the art." It was very embarrassing for me. I'm just glad that my wife and my kids were not around to see that happen. But anyway, my wife and I continue to go to as many art exhibits as we can. My brother-in-law. So I continue to paint every chance I have. And who knows? Maybe one day I'll be as good as my friends.